Hi manifestors, Meera Allen with your Manifesting Destiny Moon Update. Welcome to your Sagittarius season, so happy birthday to all the Saggies coming up. And also welcome to this full moon in Gemini. Wow, what a crazy lead up it has been to this full moon, and I was meant to do my moon video yesterday for you guys and just had too many things that communicated with me that I couldn't do it. So here we are this morning as the sun is rising. So good morning, or good evening, wherever you are on the planet. Let's start with the times. London is the 27th of November at 9:16 in the morning for this full moon. Sydney, Australia, 27th of November at 8:16 p.m. LA, 27th at 1:16 in the morning. And New York on the 27th at 4:16 in the morning. And you can always look up your time for your full moon in Gemini, wherever you are in the planet. So let's get into this. Gemini, the twins, communication, your twin flame, your soulmate, the way you communicate in 4 of your bodies. What are the 4 of your bodies? Your physical body to your emotional body to your mental body to your spiritual body. How do we integrate and how do we communicate all these systems all the time? How do we communicate in our inner dialogue? How do we communicate in the external world? There are so many ways of communicating, whether it's direct messaging, text messaging, phone calls, emailing, there's video chats, Snapchats, you name it nowadays, you can communicate. What has happened to the old-fashioned fundamental communication, the old school in-person face-to-face communication, all the subtleties that go through the way we can communicate human to human in the most natural form? If we took away all of our technology, if we took away all of our ability to have access to the internet, any kind of screens, what are we left with? Who are we left with? And how do we communicate in our inner self? Life becomes much more simple. Synchronicities become very clear. People that you're meant to run into, you run into. Conversations that are meant to have happen. So how do we strip all this communication and frequencies and phone dyings and all this mess? How do we communicate through all the mental fog, the information overload, which I've talked about in many other videos as well? It's like, you know, through 5G and through this way of the world right now, we are meant to be interrupted. Our frequencies are meant to be disturbed. But are they really meant to be? If we just had our Earth's natural satellite, the moon, if we just had our sun rising, if we just had our communication with the 5 elements, our earth, our land, our grounding, our waters, our oceans, our blood, our bodies, our liquids, our fire, our motivation, the core of who we are, the way we photosynthesize within ourselves and illuminate ourselves, the sun, the fire element, the way we cleanse, the way we motivate, the way we have our passion. Our air element, the way we breathe. How do we communicate with the air around us? How does that become a relationship to our lungs and our hearts that are beating? And finally, our ether. How do we communicate to that inner divine spirit within? And how do we do this without all these disturbances in the frequencies all around us through all of this technology? Even now, before I did this video, I've had text message after text message coming through. I've had so much interruptions in terms of technology until I eventually just stopped, lit some incense, did an intention. I actually changed my earrings. I felt like putting on pink morganites. I was very clear with what I needed to communicate. And I got clear with what I wanted to communicate in this video. And I asked that higher consciousness and that collective in that meditation to get the clear divine message that they needed, that you guys needed, that I need. You know, I don't know if you guys know, but I've just spoken to a few of my friends about this. You know, I watch these videos after I record them, and I sit down and I watch them as someone that I don't know, this Meera person, and I watch my Manifesting Destiny Moon update, and I take notes and I do the homework or the intention setting or the advice that I give myself of my own channel, and I watch it back as myself and learn what it is that I have to do. So I hope this is helping you, but it's definitely helping my life every single time I do one of these videos. So I wanted to communicate that honestly with you guys, that sometimes in the beginning of the video, I have this idea of what I'm going to do, and then during the channel just comes through, or something just opens up from that divine place, and the message comes through quite clearly. And yesterday or the day before, this full moon in Gemini card, here we go. Hope you can see the twins there, saying the answers that you need are coming. You know, and I've been really calling out, you know, for myself, like, do I want to be in a duality, in a twin flame, in a relationship? Am I really ready to have that? Or am I just a solo human? Am I just always going to be a lone wolf? And I've been asking myself these deeper inner questions and asking for those real signs. And even I go to this coffee shop and I open this book, this Starseed Rebecca Campbell book, and I open up to a page, and I asked in that page, you know, and I got the, you know, Starseed family. My answers were really apparent in that page of the book. And so right now, with this excessive amount of communication that is going on, you know, there is a time in this place, in this world and within ourselves, that we need to take the time to communicate and get those answers really internally. You know, I get so many messages sometimes for other people, and I forget to tune in and take that time and write down. I wrote down all the messages, so I'm not even clear with my communication, because I have so much that actually wants to come out in this video that I've had brewing and brewing and brewing, that I want to get out to you guys. And I feel like I can't even articulate myself clearly enough right now. But what I want to get across to you is, spend the time to write down, to journal, to see what patterns have been coming up for you, to see if there's a facet of your life, you know, whether is it your work career, is it your love life, is it your meditation practice, is it your physical health and well-being, is it your socializing and friends, is it your spiritual connection, is it your learning, is it your long-term investments, is it your work life, you know, what is it, your home life, like what is it, which facet of your life has been communicating to you the most? My hips have been communicating for me to stop, to take time, and to rest. And do you think I listen? No. I have to have it happen over and over and over again before I actually stop and listen. And now that I've really started to tune into that, things are coming to me, messages are coming to me, synchronicities are happening, conversations are happening, which have been giving me the clearest messages that I've been asking for those answers for so long. And if I just stopped to listen and see how the world is working in magical and mystical and unusual ways, that the answers that I've needed have been coming. It's just that I hadn't taken the time enough to stop. So what I did yesterday, so I had to, and last night, especially last night, my gosh, I wrote so much last night. I wrote down everything that I needed to see, the synchronicities and things that have been happening around me, to see what the messages were, what the patterns were, what the signs were. I've looked back at all my previous, even like situations and experiences that have brought these similar little patterns in my life, and I've gone, wow, where does this have a pattern? And what is the message that this is trying to illuminate? What is this full moon in Gemini with the sun in Sagittarius, which is all about the searcher of truth? You'll know I love Sagittarius, the centaur, you know, half horse, half man, that centaur holding that bow and arrow, and searching for the truth. So the sun is illuminating the truth. And also, I was just checking before, the Sagittarius is also right now. So Sun, Mercury, and Mars are all in Sagittarius, all in the searcher of truth and adventure, all in that, you know, intellect mixed with physical ability and know-how. So we know the answers are within us. We know what our next right step is. We know what it is that we need to release this full moon. You know, full moons are great to forgive, to let go, to release the past, to do the work, do the breath work. I've been talking to a really good friend of mine about breath work as well, and the resistance that's been coming up to stop yourself from doing things. But everything is in divine right timing. And this is something that I've had to really sit with. I've been someone that's always been a fast forward action type of person that needs to go, go, go and push hard and go more and go further. And now I'm finally learning that everything has a rhythm. Everything has a divine timing. Things run their course. Things have a season. You know, we come to this earth alone and we die alone. What we have is that deeper inner spiritual communication, that communion. I know in the Quran they say that the Holy Spirit is described as a communicator of the divine. Where in yourself can you feel that communication within you, where you know that you have those answers? And where have you seen, or can you write down, or can you remember the patterns in that facet of your life? You know, I've had such clear patterns in relationships over the years, and I've thought, wow, why can I not see this? And in the very positive, amazing relationships, why can't I see the beauty of those and look back at the history of that and go, oh wow, I've had this particular running thing which has worked through the law of attraction that has come to me every single time. So whether it's your work experience, whether it's your career experience, or whether it's your love life experience, or whether it's your spiritual experience, whether it's your physical body, whether it's your goals, or whatever facet of your life that you feel that you need to spend some time and communicate with yourself to get those inner answers. Today on this full moon, or wherever this full moon tonight for me here in Australia, write down the time, so where it is for you in this world. You know, LA, it's 1:16 in the morning. So, you know, where is this full moon happening for you on the 27th of November in Gemini? And write down, where is it in your life you may have neglected some communication with your inner self in that facet of your life. Where have you missed the patterns? And where can you finally now, with this full moon in Gemini, allow yourself to illuminate and see clearly, I'm watching this sunrise, see clearly where those patterns lie, and where you now can write down all the most desired outcomes. That if those patterns were either cleared or enhanced, whether they were positive for you or negative, it doesn't really matter. See what it is. Let it give you the clarity to know, oh my goodness, these are the things, these are the qualities that I would like to have. These are the things in my career that I've really been looking for. And this is the pattern of self-sabotage, or this is the pattern of what I'm used to, or this is the pattern of my comfort zone, or this is the pattern of my childhood trauma, or this is the pattern of what I expect to happen. We automatically draw it to us. The universe knows no other word other than yes. Whether you call the universe God, Spirit, the Holy Ghost, the Logos, the Word, the sound current, the Shabad Yoga, that whatever you call that, which is listening to you in the quantum field, it knows no other word than communicating the word yes with you. So if you believe, oh, this always happens in my work, this always happens in my career, it's so, this is what the universe goes, yeah, that's right, this is what's going to happen. If you believe in your love life, you know, I'm always the financial caretaker of these people that need looking after, and I always have to be that person to lead. Well, the universe says to me, yes. Okay, that was me. So it goes, yes. But when you start to let go and you go, wow, okay, I'm speaking to myself here. I know I'm going to listen to this video back 100 times and take notes and do the homework that I'm setting for myself right now. This is super important. Where can we communicate so clearly with our 3D experiences that we've seen habitually come up in our lives? Write them all down. Flick back and remember. Look back at all those work experiences. Look back at all those people that you've attracted. Look back at your relationships. Look back at all those circumstances which felt very, very familiar. With this awesome full moon in Gemini, we get to communicate in our inner dialogue. We get to send ourselves our own higher wisdom, higher self letter. So this is going to be your homework, my homework, our homework, collective consciousness. This is our homework. This is our homework. We can make comment as if we were our future higher self, giving us guidance of where those patterns lie and how to reconstruct the mental mayhem and how to move through confusion and find the clarity now. Imagine yourself 5 years in the future, living your best life, having your best health, living your dream. Imagine that. Feel that. Enjoy that. And as if you're your future self, communicate somehow, whether it's through writing, whether it's through programming your favorite playlist of music and song, whether it's sitting in meditation, whether it's whatever. Picturing the visual, if you're a visual person, make a movie in your mind, visualize the clothing, the feeling and where you are and what you're doing and what's around you and how it feels, and vibe with that. Then give yourself your own inner answer. Where's that card gone? Here we go. Because the answers are within you. And I used to get so annoyed when people say, yeah, the answers are within you. And I'd be like, yeah, but I can't get it. You know, I can't see it. But if you just fast forward, like very NLP, timeline yourself 5 years forward into the future, astral travel, project yourself there, imagine it, dream it, see it, feel it, and then bring that knowledge, information, and seeing and wisdom. Bring that magic back into this present moment and see how that guides your day. See how that guides your actions. See how that gets you to communicate clearly. Here's some coconut water. How does that bring you back? Your flow. That brought me back my hydration. How does that bring you back exactly the answers to what you need? Those answers are so clearly within you. You know, even as I'm communicating this out, I'm just opening and just letting this come through me here. I personally can feel the clarity running through me. Collective consciousness, we've got this. We are in such a cool change. It is so in our faces right now. We get to see this. We get to live this. We get to shift this. We get to guide the world and all of our experiences. And we get to illuminate the path that we want. Just timeline yourself 5 years, 10 years, maybe 20 years ahead in your future. And then rewind and see yourself. What are the steps that you took to make that happen? And see how it was all divinely planted and it was divinely timed. And you had all the messages there the whole time. You were shown this the entire time. I'm feeling so inspired right now. I hope you guys can feel the emotional expression that I want to communicate to you guys right here, right now, because the truth is, with this Sagittarius sun, the truth is that we can now journey to these places of truth, of what we want to see in this world exist. You know, I do talk about this sometimes, that, you know, the shift that we've had from the era of Kali Yuga into Sat Yuga, or what they say Kali Yoga into Sat Yoga. So the era of destruction and lust, greed, anger, attachment, and greed, you know, and that era of the world, that's grasping right now. That is ending, because that higher divine consciousness, it has entered through all the souls that are born in this planet right now. They're trying to confuse the souls right now. They're trying to confuse people's genders, people's ideologies, people's connection to the spirit, people's connection to religion. There's this energetic confusion through technology, through any which way and means, that is trying to keep our souls heavy and weighted down, and stopping us from moving forward, stopping us from illuminating that beautiful light, that divine photonic energy of light and wave particles that we are all made of, which is only divine love frequency. This is trying to be stopped on the earth, but there is no way, because we are natural beings, because we reflect light, because the moon is our natural satellite around this earth that reflects the light of the sun, illuminating that message of light and love and energy and the divine. Every single planet dances around light in this whole solar system. We revolve around light, and it emanates and it radiates. So the sun is now in Sagittarius, which is emanating that light and that truth. The moon is now in Gemini, which is trying so hard to communicate to us, to the earth. So the moon governs the liquid, the waters, the gravity, the magnetism on the earth. It gives us our rhythm and our cycles. You know, and all of the most successful people in the world know the rhythms and the natural cycles. They know when to plant their seeds of intentions on the new moons. They know how to shed and let things go and make things absolutely massive on a full moon. They know how to use these rhythms, because these rhythms are governing water. The moon is governing the waters. Our moon is our blood. It's governing our health. It's governing our water. But what else is water? It's a current. What else is a current? It's our currency. Our currencies are to be in flow. Our currencies are to be in that ebb and flow, in a natural, free, reigning flow. When you think of our circulation, when money is in circulation, when your body's in circulation, you have health, you have wealth, because your nutrients are being directed through every cell, through the liquid of your body. So how do you have the nutrients in your life? Is through the current of your life. It's what brings you your currency and your flow. This cannot be stopped. We all have an exchange of energy. Whether the world currencies become all digital, whether it becomes a central banking digital currency, whether it becomes printed paper, whether it becomes gold coin, Bitcoin, silver, it doesn't matter. Because we are the energetic current. We are the currency as humans. We are the communicative flow. We are the divine energy. We are the exchange. At the end of the day, if everything just falls to shit, we have human-to-human communication and currency. I have skills, you have skills. I have this, you've got that. We have the ability to share, to barter, to trade, to come back to our grassroots, natural selves, that the way the birds in the trees and the bees and the flowers in the trees are all rolling at. They haven't changed. The waves of the oceans haven't changed. It is only us with technology that has lost that connection. And we are finally really tapping in and bringing it back. Eu realmente, eu senti isso muito forte. I feel this so strong. That currency is in us and it is back. And it doesn't need to be confusing. It can be mystical and magical. And it can show you signs in ways that you would not have even dreamed of. It can rock the boat and shift you. And that is exactly what it's meant to do. It can stop you from running, walking, sprinting, dancing, yogaing. And it can bring you back to the true divine self of who you are. It is just incredible if we just tune in and we listen. I can't wait to watch this video back again. Hey, for anybody that has not subscribed, subscribe. For anyone that doesn't have the little bell thing, do the bell thing. I really, in my mind, have been feeling like I'm meant to be doing more videos with you guys, but I just genuinely don't have the capacity. I don't have the time between clients in the week. I don't have the time between my weekends. So I really finally honored that in myself. I will do a full moon video and I will do a new moon video. So I'm not going to bombard you. For those of you new to this channel, welcome. And if this has come across you through a friend or a family or through serendipity in the universe and you've had this communicated to you because Great Spirit really wants to talk to you, the time now is to be really magical right now. It really is. And we're going into that strange, magical, mystical time of where everybody goes on holiday and families see each other and things are triggered and things come up and all this holiday season, and there's all the consumerism, and then there's the lack of consumerism, then there's the magic part of Christmas, and then there's the love, and then there's the sparkles, and there's all this glitter and glamour and fairy lights going on right now, and all that stuff that's happening. Why don't we tap into the mystical and magical way of communication? Do you think Christ imagined that on the 25th of December every year people would be gluttonizing and people would be sharing gifts that were made out of plastic and things that don't last and be worrying about money and causing themselves financial issues or whatever? Like, do you think that this is what it was all meant for? No, I think there was another message that Jesus himself was trying to communicate to people. So listen and tap in. I'm just channeling left, right, and center. The reason why I said that is I saw my little Christmas tree and I have a little sparkly butterfly on the top of my Christmas tree as my star. So I decided that's my new star this year because my Pegasus broke from last year. Anyway, random. But I hope that you guys get the message of what Great Spirit is trying to, what the quantum, what God, what Allah, Shiva, Krishna, Buddha is trying to communicate through the quantum field. And whatever your divine comes from, whatever your true love comes from, call that in. Call in that truth. We have such an opportunity with this full moon to help illuminate the entire world right now with this loving consciousness and listen to the secret messages that are mystical and magical, that are beyond logic, that can't be thought and analyzed about. Because do we think and analyze about the way a butterfly moves from flower to flower? Do we think and analyze and question the way the moon rises and suns rise and the sun sets and the moon rises? We accept that with nature beautifully and divinely. So it's a beautiful time now because we can accept the way that we are part of nature and we can be communicated beautifully to and through and divinely. And this is my message for today. I hope that you get all the answers that you need because you've got to know that they're coming. I hope that this is adding that celestial fuel and energy towards your life that you deserve. If it gives you a bit of inspiration, it gives you a bit of clarity to get back on track. If you feel that you need to communicate with your guides at a higher level, sit down and meditate. If you're a journaling person, write down your notes and journal everything that you've seen in the patterns that you've watched yourself over the years. And maybe it's time to have a focus in on that and change those patterns, and everything will unfold perfectly as it should because it's all in divine right order and it's all happening magically. Happy full moon in Gemini. My name is Meera Allen. I better get to my chiropractor appointment today. Namaste.